Hello and welcome back. I'm fully fed and feel much better in general. So we kind of ran through here the last time. I was just in such a hurry. Figured something else we could talk about today is like how I came to learn a bunch of the secrets about this game. Besides obviously the things that they actually tell us in game later on and we figure out. Before we do that. Hello? There's a place I can fall! At least he didn't hit us. Yay! Oh. I was gonna say I brought my A game today, but apparently not. Do we have... we don't have the other one yet. Alright, let us... let's just keep jumping. And we're gonna need to swap it back to Cooper. So obviously, back in the day, before the interwebs, obviously this was after the interwebs, but before the interwebs, we found out a lot of things about video games, especially a lot of secrets. Like I've been watching people play like Super Mario Bros. 3, which is something I had when I was teeny tiny. And secrets in that game you could only ever figure out. I can't talk and battle at the same time. Not able multitask. Too difficult. Ooh, okay, well we can't go that way now anyway. Gosh, yeah, this multitasking thing is hard. So you had to figure out things just because you ended up playing a game so many times and then just trying things so many different ways. That you would find the most innocuous things. Wow, we're so sharp we gave the ground paper cuts. We're not a what, we're a who. We're the who. Is that like plural who? We're who's? Yeah, who'd think? The first place she meets Mario. In jail. I was like, what are you in here for? That's nice. Hey. Okay. Why are you apologizing for that? Awesome. Well, if you guys could fold yourself up into paper planes, you could actually probably use the force from one of your explosions to launch yourselves over the wall, because we literally just fell in here, so I know the walls aren't infinitely high. And I bet that would work, especially if you could get multiple blows. And then, or you guys could just totally walk through these bars, because most of you guys are short enough to do that. How many hours do they have in this world? They live on Mars. I think Mars has a longer day cycle, doesn't it? 30-something hours? So sad and mad. Angry. I'm filling with rage. Ah! He's claustrophobic. He's gonna blow. I knew this was gonna come to this topic eventually. So what are you in for, Mario? Wow. I can't imagine why they would dislike that. These guys are really smart. I mean, the Bob-ombs haven't even, like... I mean, granted, they're pretty vocal about how much they want to rise up, but they aren't actually doing anything about it, so... I suppose I could jump on some of your heads and make some of you blow up. Then we might actually break through the floor. Or we could also go swimming in that water that was right next to us. Yeah, sure. Got nothing else to do. Ah, that music. So here's a question. Do you guys pronounce the second B, or do you leave it silent? Do you say bombette, or do you say bombette? Yay! Puff, puff, puff. Mario Party? What? Gee, thanks. I do too. Yeah, see, they could... I guess maybe water is like their weakness? They can't go in the water? Oh wait, that's the thing in this game. Nobody can go in the water because they're made of paper. I forget. Uh-oh. I guess we'll use her bomb ability just to show you guys what it does. Oh gosh. I have to actually really try hard to get that one to work. It's like try hard mode whenever you go spamming the A button. And because she doesn't have a shell, and we're not going to use her bomb ability again, not just because we can't afford it, but that means that we need to... Doesn't matter who we switch to. We need Cooper eventually. Way too early. Bob-ombs are so cute when they're just, you know, not angry. Look at how happy they are. I love how everybody in this game also, a lot of idle animations are people like bobbing on their toes. I think they're really cute. It's like their go-to idle animation, and it works so well. Like, even right now, Mario is on his toes. He's not standing flat-footed. Yay! So, Bombette really isn't useful at the moment until we get out of here, because Just because the bob-ombs are so hard to fight, you really... Unless you want to take damage, you pretty much have to use Cooper. Or a lot of flower points, which we haven't really saved up on. So now that we have her, let's backtrack. A lot. Let's backtrack a lot. Is this the right way? No, this isn't. We actually had to go back upstairs again. I forgot that we fell down when we got into the jail. We can use her right now. In case we get into any battles, we're just gonna automatically switch out to him. We could break that, it'd be kind of pointless right now. We can't get there yet. We could do this later on, but I just remember it now, so I'd like to get it done right quick. Also, let's save. And let's go ahead and swap out our HP badge for our FP badge, because we're doing okay on health, I think. Yeah. That's what we want. So now you can see why I chose the BP option, because we have the option to actually increase our FP or HP depending on the situation. Which is very valuable because it costs basically the same amount. Whenever you increase your HP, it's by 5 points, same thing with FP, and then BP is 3 points, and it only costs you 3 points to equip each of those badges. So, huzzah! Pro tip. Oh, back to what we were talking about with the beasting games and such. Stay! You don't see me. Right, so doing that... Oh gosh. Totally wasn't prepared. I can't tell stories and play this game at the same time, apparently. It requires too much processing power. And I'm not even gonna blame the fact that I'm tired. Because I've blamed a lot of things. Alright, he can hit this guy. There's no reason to not to. Oh, we were doing so well. What I could have done is shelled him, that guy, and then power jumped one of the ball bombs. We could have done that. Yeah, that would have been wiser. One less turn. So it may just occur that I have to cut some of these scenes out. I mean, I really... I wasn't planning on going back to the FP and also getting all these extra fights. Darn it. Oh well. I try not to fight more than I have to, because you... Like any good RPG, like they said, it only takes 100 star points to level up, right? So, obviously the same enemies don't give you the same amount of star points the entire game. They actually give you less, depending on what level you are, so... Oh, lucky! So... Man, I'm slow today. So, as you level up, like the Goombas, they probably don't give us any star points right now because we've leveled up, like, past them. So once we reach, like, the maximum, like, required level for a dungeon, it'll be a pain in the butt to level up at all, if you even can. So that's why I try not to fight, you know, unnecessary battles or people more than once, because they normally give you enough enemies that during the playtime they expect you to level however much. Let's try this out. Alright, well, if that had done any damage, it would have been pretty good. It's too bad I didn't even think about that. You can tell I've never used that on him before. I was trying to make it a little bit shorter. Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it the right way. Now... power jump. Alright, we succeeded. Huzzah. Alrighty, what lies beyond the door? Alright, so this was before the time when I really used the internet a lot. So I learned a lot of this stuff by playing this game a million times. And especially it was just at that time in my life where I couldn't beat games really well. This was actually about the same time as, you know, Jak and Daxter came out. I think this came out a little bit before that. And so what I used to do with games I couldn't beat, like, especially Jak and Daxter, where I got stuck, if you guys watched that playthrough I did of Jak and Daxter, I got stuck really early on in that game, as a kid. Like, before you even left the town, the village. And eventually, that one I actually did give up on. Do we have any? We just have a Thunderbolt. We're just gonna have to deal. I was thinking about jumping on the other guy, but I decided against it. Alright, we're cutting it close now. Let's... Man, I wish Cooper could use the items. And I don't think if we... That's better than nothing, I guess. Alright, we have to get at least one of the Nices or a Lucky to survive this round. Thank you. Oh, yes! We're gonna survive another round. Gosh, so I would play a game, like, when I would get stuck, like this game. I think I got stuck, at a part that's coming up, not this boss, and not the next boss, but the boss after this, I got stuck on. First because I was afraid, and then after I got past that, I actually literally got stuck where I didn't know what to do, or I couldn't beat the boss. And so, what I did, because I was so young, and I loved the game so much, like this one in Jak and Daxter, I just started a new game, and I played it all the way up to that point, until I would get stuck again on that one. And then I'd play another game, another version of the game, you know, because they give you like, what, 4 save slots, and I was an only child, so those were all for me. So yeah, that was a thing I did, and then I would just fill up the slots with, games that were unfinished, until the point where I actually was capable of beating them, usually years later. Or, in the case of Paper Mario, I think, I probably put it down for a year or two. Same thing as, like, Jak and Daxter, I actually sold the game, and then ended up buying it after, I had Jak 2, and, really loved it and wanted to go back and play Jak 1 to be able to experience Jak 2 in its full glory. So, that was the thing that I did as a kid. Spyro was one of the, you know, that was one of the few games I could get 100% on. Those 3 games. Like, ever. Now, do we get to save or heal? What are we at here? 4 and 5. Alright, this is a thing. I think we have a heal right up above us. Do we want to fight those guys first? I think we're gonna try to avoid them. Yay, depth! Hopefully there's nobody up here. Good. Do we have anything up here? Oh gosh, we probably want that. Let's go heal first. I'm pretty sure there's a heal on the other side of this door. We really need it.